my channel. My name is Hayden Davis if you're new here, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through everything that I packed for a semester abroad going to St. Andrews University. And the program is about 3.5 to 4 months long. I'll be studying art history there, and I'm super excited because this is a very well-renowned program. I'm so excited for my new adventure, but since this is the very first time that I'm traveling outside of the US, I had so much to learn, so much to prepare for. That being said, I'm very type A. I like to be very organized and know what I'm getting myself into. So I compiled a long packing list, which I'm titling my ultimate packing list, to give to you guys to show you kind of what I'm packing, what I'm bringing for a semester long program. And especially this packing list is going to be tailored more towards colder climates. So I have the ultimate packing list here on my phone, and I'm just going to be reading it to you guys. I'm linking it down below for you guys. It's super extensive, so I feel like it can help a ton of people. And I'm also linking a few Amazon lists that I made, one for more of the fashion finds and another one just for the essentials and sort of things that I'm bringing, just kind of everything else miscellaneous that doesn't fit into the fashion category. So let's get into the packing list, which I have on my phone, and then I'll be popping it up on the screen. So first up at the top, I have what I use to pack, and everything in here is going to be also linked. So number one thing is these vacuum bags. I got mine from Amazon. Kind of forgot about them until a friend of mine, Katie Bradshaw, moved to New York. She was using them to pack up all of her clothes in her suitcases whenever she went there. And I was thinking, oh wow, like that's a really great idea, just to be able to smush down clothes that are really heavy, like sweaters or jackets. Number two is this travel backpack. This is going to be so helpful. I'm going to bring it as my personal item whenever I'm flying, but I think it's going to be really helpful for weekend trips whenever I just want to bring a backpack and a carry-on suitcase. And I had a North Face backpack, but I just feel like you can't put as much stuff in that one, so this one is a lot more roomy. And then third thing is a luggage scale. Guys, this has saved me. I have it here. You just kind of like hook this onto the strap of your bag. So I've been able to, as I'm packing, go ahead and weigh things so that I already know what my bags weigh before I actually get to the airport. And then the fourth and last thing I would recommend is buying compression packing cubes. I already had normal packing cubes and I tried those out, and I was like, I don't really know if these make that big of a difference, but let me tell you, compression packing cubes actually do make the difference. They are able to zip all the way around like a normal packing cube would, but then there's another zipper, so then you zip that around and make it even tighter, and then you really smush down your clothes to the smallest size that you can. So between the vacuum bags and the compression packing cubes, I'm able to fit all of my clothes, like crunch them down really small so that I can fit as many things layered on top of each other as possible. Okay, and then moving into what I'm bringing in that travel backpack as my personal item whenever I'm flying, I'm going to have my essentials folder. So this is just a folder that I put together with everything that I could possibly potentially need. Obviously, to fly internationally, you need your passport, and then also I even scanned my passport and printed it out. And then I'm also gonna bring my driver's license, US license ID, and then a scan of that as well. Then you would want to bring like your wallet or money. That's very important with all your cards and everything. And then even things like your insurance card or insurance policy. Mine is through my school, so I just printed it out so that I have the policy numbers and everything. And then also your boarding pass. And then even to prove why I'm going there, I even printed out my school acceptance letter so that I can prove I am studying abroad. That's why I'm going to the UK. And then next, obviously, you want to bring your iPhone charger, your laptop charger, portable charger, and then I'm also going to be putting all of my adapters for everything in there. I'm also bringing my AirPods and their case because they are very important for me on flights. I like listening to music. For clothes, I'm bringing some different tops, and these tops kind of range from being long sleeve to more tank top style. I linked a few of my favorites on my list. I'm bringing a black button back top, a linen blouse, a silky shirt, and then I've also got a ton of different like tank tops and other tops that are just kind of miscellaneous, but I was trying to pick a lot of clothes that would go together, be similar color schemes, like blacks and tans and neutrals. Another thing that I would highly recommend are buying black and white turtleneck tops for layering. These have been super helpful for layering so far, and I have so many different outfit combinations now because I can kind of layer these under things and things can kind of be more multi-purpose that way. And then I'm bringing so many sweaters, you guys. I can't even describe to you how many sweaters I'm bringing. I think I counted and I think it's like 10. Maybe it's just 8. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. I feel like that's a lot, but maybe it's not. My favorite out of all of them has to be my black turtleneck. I have a blue V-neck that's got like a kind of white pattern. It looks like something you would see in Gossip Girl. And then I even have a brown turtleneck that I got from Amazon. But then those are just the ones that I have listed here, but I know I have more, just ones that I couldn't link for you guys. Another thing is sweatshirts. I didn't specify how many because I wasn't really sure, but then I was packing last night and I narrowed it down to 2. And I only ended up bringing 1 pair of sweatpants. They're gray, but I just don't think I'm really gonna wear them much anyway. I can only really see myself wearing them when I'm lounging around in my dorm or something like that. I only ended up bringing 2 t-shirts because, hear me out, I just like don't think I'm really gonna wear them that often. That's kind of my plan with that. I'm bringing very minimal t-shirts, but obviously you can adjust all of these things based on your preferences. And then I'm bringing 2 skirts, 1 black and 1 white, and these are mini skirts that I will probably be wearing out or with different outfits during the day depending on kind of the weather situation. And then I'm also bringing 1 long flowy skirt for the spring if, fingers crossed, it gets a little bit warmer. And then next thing is jeans. I'm actually wearing one of the pairs of jeans right now that I'm going to be bringing. They're kind of like a flare-legged jean that are darker wash. And then I also have a few pairs that are like tan, gray, brown, and then I have a mixture of like wide leg and straight leg. And then dresses, I had a really hard time choosing the dresses that I wanted to bring. I ended up choosing this black knit dress, but I will definitely have to layer this with a turtleneck because it's just like a tank top sleeve thing. And then I also have a gray turtleneck sweater dress. This is a staple. Wore this in New York whenever I went in November and it was really comfy. I also ended up bringing another dress that I bought for my summer in New York, a white elbow sleeve dress, and it's kind of like a linen-y material. This is more for the spring probably, but I think if I went to another country or just it was just warmer in St. Andrews, I could just see myself wearing this. It's kind of just like a basic thing because the other 2 that I'm bringing are sweater material dresses. I ended up bringing 3 pairs of PJs. I got a blue set, a black and white checkered set, and then also a red top and green pants that I kind of matched together. Those were like long pajamas, and then I also ended up sticking in a pair of satin shorter sleeved ones just in case I feel a little bit warm. And I'm bringing 2 weeks worth of underwear, 2 weeks worth of socks, and then moving on into kind of jacket attire. I ended up buying 2 blazers. I got them from Old Navy. I got a plaid one and a black one, but I think these will look the best with like a white t-shirt or just like another basic t-shirt under them. And then moving into the jackets, I got a lot of different jackets because there are just so many instances where you need different jackets, and I am a fashion girl and I need my different jackets. I don't know. So I have some really good recommendations and links if you too also want some really cute jackets. So here we go. So I'm bringing a black leather jacket. This one that I have is from Princess Polly, and I got this for my trip to New York. It was super cute, very oversized. I really love it, and I just could see myself wearing this in so many different circumstances. I actually have this as my heaviest jacket. I'm wearing this on the plane, so that's why it's out, but it's from Abercrombie and Fitch. See myself wearing this for years to come. I've never had a jacket this heavy or big, but it is so warm. I've kind of tested it out in the weather here, and I just really love it. I love how it has these buttons you can kind of see, but super great, very good quality. Would highly recommend this coat. And then I also have a brown faux fur jacket, and this is something that I bought specifically for this trip, and also I just feel like fur is coming back into style. I've talked to my friends about this, and I feel like I keep seeing fur jackets a ton and I was just like, I want one. I think I would wear this a ton. This is definitely more for like a special fancy occasion, but there are like balls in St. Andrews. There's like a fashion show, so I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to want this so that I can dress up or just on my different travels. I could see myself wearing this in Paris or something like that. And then I also got this long raincoat because I've had other raincoats before, but they're just like shorter, they just hit at your waist or whatever, but this one goes down to at least pretty close to my knees, which is really nice. And then I also have one other kind of like fashion-y jacket. I have this trim jacket with a scarf. It is so cute. I really love how the jacket and the scarf like go together as one set, but I can also wear the scarf with other outfits, so I thought it was like a good 2-for-1. And then next thing on the list is thermal wear. This is something I definitely needed to keep myself warm. So I have a white and a black thermal top that are fleece lined, and then I ended up getting black thermal like legging things that I can wear underneath my pants if it is even colder than just me feeling warm in jeans. So I have lots of ways to stay warm just for layering purposes. And then I mentioned scarves earlier, and I ended up bringing 4 because I think that if I'm going to be in cold winter accessories all the time, I should have fun and it should look cute. I ended up getting 2 pairs of gloves. I got normal like black ones that are just like a normal fabric type, and then I ended up getting brown leather gloves from Ralph Lauren. I kind of wanted to splurge and get these like nicer gloves because I just wanted something that would really kind of elevate my outfits, and I was thinking, well, actually, if I'm gonna get one thing, might as well be gloves, because gloves are gonna be one of the lesser expensive things from a designer brand. But yeah, they look so chic, so excited to wear them. They're like this chocolate brown color. So I think they'll be like a good pop against a lot of my jackets, which are black. The last thing that I have listed in the clothes section is thermal tights. And I love thermal tights. This is another thing would highly recommend if you're going to study abroad in a cold climate. They are so helpful if you want to wear a skirt in the cold weather. You can with these because they actually keep your legs so warm. I have not had any issues with feeling cold whenever I'm wearing these. So I would highly recommend. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them so many places. Okay, and next category is shoes. I tried to limit myself on shoes, but ultimately there were kind of a lot of different things that I was thinking through when packing. First at the top of my list are my black loafers and my brown loafers. I have gotten so much use out of loafers in my daily life, like already, wearing these with most of my daily outfits if the weather is ideal. I also ended up getting black like Chelsea style boots. These are kind of like another shoe to wear daily if it goes with the outfit correctly, but these could even be worn in the rain, honestly, because they're more of a durable material. And then I also ended up getting real snow and rain shoes that are from Colombia, so they're actually going to really keep my foot dry. They're specifically made for the weather, and they're more like hiking shoes too, so if we do any hiking, those are definitely the shoes that I would be wearing. And then I'm also bringing my faux Ugg boots for just relaxing in the dorm. And I'm also bringing my Adidas Sambas as well. I have the white with the black stripes. And then I'm also wearing my New Balances to the airport. So I'm wearing those on my feet. But yeah, I know that's a lot of different shoes. But again, I'm going to be there for a while. I've rationalized these amount of shoes and they're all fitting. So this is just what I'm bringing. And then I'm bringing so much jewelry, but it all does fit in this one organizer box that I got for it. It's a very helpful. Some different earrings from J. Crew, some favorites from Amazon, from Fossil, and then I also have like a charm necklace I'm bringing and a ton of Kendra Scott. I'm bringing some different bags, like my black purse, my Marni bag, and then my monogram tote bag. Then my Longchamp tote bag is going to be my backpack. And then I also got a travel umbrella because it rained so much. I got a travel makeup mirror that folds up, and then I can just sit it up on my desk and I can already have a mirror when I'm there. I have no idea if there's going to be a mirror in my room or not, so I just wanted to be prepared. I'm also bringing 2 pairs of sunglasses. I have one from Princess Polly and then the other is from Amazon. And then finally I have my toiletries list, and this is going to vary with who you are kind of, but I have a lot of basics listed near the top. So I have shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothbrush, toothpaste, razor and shaving cream, tweezers, base razors, deodorant, lotion, perfume. I have all the steps of my skincare routine like face wash, toner, eye cream, and moisturizer. And I actually have one of the bags here that has my skincare, and it has some other things in there too. And this bag is from Etsy. This is kind of a look at some of the skincare I'm bringing. Product from L'Occitane. I have this SkinCeuticals. This Corsex Snail Mucin. I ended up depotting some of the moisturizers into smaller containers because the packaging of these moisturizers was making it so heavy. So I got these like 2 plastic containers from Target, and so these kind of helped me downsize. And then this is the toothpaste that I am bringing. I ordered this on Amazon. I know you can get this actually in stores in Europe though, so I'm excited to like see where I can find it, but it's the Marvis toothpaste. And then also like Summer Fridays skincare, so just things like that, just little skincare bits and bobs, but obviously this is going to vary on who you are. I'm also bringing things to do my nails because I'm not the biggest fan of getting my nails done all the time. I just think it's a waste of money and I would rather spend my money doing other things. So I brought some different nail polish colors so I can do my own nails. And then I got a travel size toiletry set from Target. It's from Sonia Kashuk. I'll link that as well, but it's super helpful. I didn't fill any of the bottles up, but it's just for whenever I'm going on a weekend trip. And then I have various spare makeup bags. I kind of have all of my things packed in the makeup bags, but those are going to be helpful for, again, weekend trips or just like organizing things whenever I'm there. And then I'll have my makeup brushes, and then an eye pencil sharpener. And then since I'm setting up my vanity, I'll show you guys what that all looks like. So I recently got this makeup case from Etoile, and it's my favorite thing that I've gotten in such a long time. It's this espresso color, and I had to wait a little while for this color specifically, but they might have other colors in stock right now. I have all of the makeup that I'm going to be bringing abroad. There's so much, but I am a big fan of makeup, so I am definitely going to be bringing all of these things. So I have some Chanel sticks, my Charlotte Tilbury foundation, Lancome concealer. This is my Tarte mascara that I'm using right now. So just tons of different things, and this keeps it very organized. And this also like feels like it would be heavy, but I weighed it and it didn't weigh even more than a pound. So that's pretty crazy. I would highly recommend this for travel. I'm really liking it so far. I'm also going to be bringing my makeup brushes in these acrylic organizers because whenever I get there, I'm not gonna have any organizers or anything if I don't bring them myself. So these are pretty light and they're not gonna take up that much space. I'm gonna put my brushes in a bag though so that they don't get messed up, but I just have these on my desk right now. I have tons of different brushes in here. Here I wear contacts, so I'm bringing enough for 5 months. That's not how long that I'm gonna be there, but I'm just trying to bring extras so that I have them, a hairbrush, and then finally on here I have dual voltage appliances. And I wanted to make it a point to talk about this because this is something you might not know coming from another country if you just like haven't done your research. But not only are the plugs different sizes, so that's why you need the adapter, sometimes the appliances or things that we're plugging into the wall are different voltages. So different countries have different voltages. So I would recommend doing your research depending on the country that you're going to. I did my research and I looked up, and I will have linked for you guys a straightener, a curling iron, and a hair dryer that I bought that are dual voltage. So they work here in the US and they will work in the UK. And I actually have my curling iron here, so I can talk about that too. This is just the Conair one. This is literally, I think, $12, and I ordered mine from Amazon. And then my normal straightener actually was dual voltage. I looked that up and I was super excited because I didn't have to buy that. And then I had to buy a Conair hair dryer though, but it's super cool, folds up, it's blue, and it is pretty high powered for the price of it as well. And then finally on my list, I have some things that I'm bringing for first aid. So I'm bringing hydrocortisone cream, band-aids, gauze, allergy medicine, ibuprofen, vitamin C, cough drops, so tons of different things. I think I even have more things. These were just the things that I could remember, but I just wanted to make sure that I already had some medicine so that I'm not having to buy absolutely everything. So that is the end of the packing list. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you have specific questions about packing for a colder climate or about St. Andrews or Scotland in particular, I'd love to answer them for you guys. But I hope this video was fun and you got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes packing process. I'm so excited to be in St. Andrews and I can't wait to share what I'm doing there with you guys, and follow me on my other socials, on my Instagram and on my TikTok. I love you guys, and the next time I'll be seeing you, I'll be in Scotland, so excited. Bye guys!
I see you